Get down, get down.
Another position we want to learn to deal with is when you're pinned up against a wall. Now, just like all the other example escapes that we've done, this one is the same thing. I'm going to show you some basic ideas, but look for other weak areas just in case these don't work. So I'm going to choke him and pin him up against the wall. When I pin someone against a wall, I could have my hands on his neck, on his arms. I could have my forearm up in his neck. There's a lot of different ways I could possibly hold him. If it was a woman, the assailant might have his hands on the chest or be opening the clothing. And so no matter where the hands are, the principles of this stay virtually the same. So if my hands are on his neck, we do want to add in a step of tightening up the neck to make your neck less vulnerable to being choked. So you got to survive the choke, basically. So if he tightens up his neck, someone once said, pretend you're the Hulk. Shrink your neck and tighten it up. That helps make it more difficult to press in and crush the windpipe or choke you. Okay, so right there. What Will is going to do from here is he's going to line up his fingers with my fingers. So what we're talking about is lining up all 4 fingers on each side. So 8 fingers, excluding the thumbs, line up, and he's going to pull. So he's going to try to peel them all back. Now, in reality, he won't get all of them, but when you pull all of them, almost always you can find one of them. He pulls all, he finds one. As soon as he finds one, he's going to use his other hand and hold me to him. The reason for this is he doesn't want me pulling away. He wants to break that finger. So you can use the skills we've learned, bend that backwards, twist it, and break that finger. To practice, I recommend you bend it backwards to the point that it's as far as it can go and your partner can let you know where that is. Just like so. At that point, he exits away from my free arm, right on out. And now he can convince me down because he's holding onto my broken finger. He can apply strikes. He can exit, whatever he needs to do using the tools you've learned in this class. As soon as you can, be loud. Attract attention, which may not be right at the beginning. When I put my hands on his throat, go ahead and scream. Well, that's not very easy if I'm really putting pressure on there. And so, as soon as you get enough off, make a loud noise and attract attention. Back off. Okay? He might yell for help. You've even probably heard people yell fire, something like that. Help! Exits, 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 talks me down.
Get down, on the ground.
Now, we mentioned the arms could be in other places. I could be pinning his arms. You may have to adapt a little bit. You may even reach over to grab and peel. If the hands were up here, the same thing. He might have to adapt. One or either hand could possibly reach up to peel the finger and find one. No matter where it is, get a hold of that finger. Now, if you can't get a finger, look at what the other weak targets are. It's possible, though sometimes difficult, to strike between the legs. It's possible to grab between the legs, and the eyes might even be available. He might be able to reach up and go right through my eyes. Going through my eyes is going to be quicker and more effective than me squeezing his throat. So look for other weak areas as soon as possible. That's the technique. Now, make sure you have a solid base. So you can also lean against the wall. So when I grab him, he can lean against the wall to help be on balance as he goes for his defense. Now, I'd mentioned the hands could be on the chest, could be opening up this shirt. If their hands are on you in a clearly inappropriate way, when you grab it and bend that finger on it, you still hold that to you, because when you hold that to you, you can break that finger much more effectively and then actually escape. Whereas if you try to peel it off quickly, you're likely to let him get out and continue to attack you. But let's have Heather demonstrate this. I'll just have my hands up on her neck.
Get off, get off, get off, get down, let go, let go my hand. Let go my hand.
That's how we practice. The reality of it is, if you're practicing, someone might be able to slip their finger out, but once you've broken that, is much more difficult to pull their finger out of your hand. You can likely talk them right to the ground and get away.
Get down, on the ground, get on the ground!
Okay, okay.
Stop.